We're going to go with our figure 8 bungee wrap around our feet first of all. And we're going to go into a couple of moves while we do that. We're going to have our hundreds, our roll up, our spine twist, corkscrew. We'll probably finish with a double leg stretch and maybe even into jackknife. So I'm going to get my right leg bungee and I'm going to bring him over the top of my left foot. And then I'm going to feed him up through the middle here of both feet. I'm going to take my left leg bungee, pop him over the top of my right foot, and also feed him through. Now I'm completely tied in here. I can really, really feel this. Now I'm just going to get my arm bungees ready, give them a little weight behind me. I'm going to pop them into my hand, to my first loop. I'm just going to lap the second loop over, just so it doesn't hang around my wrists. And I'm gently just going to lie myself down here first of all. Okay. And we're going to go for our 100. Let's go into a little spine twist here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just take the arm bungees off for a moment. I'm just going to wrap them around here. And we're going to take off our figure of 8. So just unwrapping him from around my feet. And now I just have my normal little wrap on both of my feet here. Okay. So now we're going to go into our leg bungee assist and our leg bungee triangle. So we'll have some leg circles first of all. Okay. So let's just make sure these are right here. And then we're going to go into some leg lowers. Okay, and then we'll head for our bridge. So I'm just going to ease myself back down. Now while I'm here, I can keep my arm bungees in my arms, or I can actually just leave them out for now. So I'm just going to leave mine attached here for a second. Let's just concentrate on our legs. So we'll try to triangulate the leg bungees for our bridge here. Okay. Now, let's have a little look at sole. So for sole, I'm actually going to put my arm bungees back on here. So once again, I'm just going to use the first loop and then gently just pop the second loop over it. So I'm going to just open my legs there tiny as a bit. Okay. Now we're going to go into our sole. Now we're going to have a little look at what teaser looks like with this. Okay. Now we'll have a look at some prone work. So once again, I'm just going to loop these around me so I can get into position easily enough. So I head, first of all, for a push-up here. Okay, so let's just concentrate on the legs for a second. So I'm going to hang on to my right leg bungee here, and I'm going to bring it under my right knee, under my left knee. I'm going to take the left leg bungee and put them under the left knee, and over the right. So I have a lovely little cross here in front of me. I'm just holding up the arm bungee so you can see the cross. And then what I'm going to do is also do a little front cross with the arm bungees. Now when I front cross them, I'm going to go into the second loop here, so the one furthest away from me. And I'm going to come down. I'm going to hold it here. And from here, I want to go into my swimming. So if I very gently just extend my legs out behind me, those leg bungees are actually just going to undo themselves. Now for my swimming, I'm going to just take the front cross out of the bungees for a second, and we'll add it back in a minute. So I'm going to go into the first loop, the one closest to me, for now. Let me just bring it back here. Okay. So if I come up, I'm going to bring myself here, and we're going to do some prone arm work. So once again, I'm going to go into the one closest to me, that maybe just double over my loops, just so it doesn't hit off my hands. I'm going to do some arm extensions here. So I'm going to inhale. Now if I like, what I can do is go into a back cross with the arm bungees, which I love doing when I'm down here. Now we're going to head into our swan. So for my swan, what I want to do is go front cross on my arm bungees. So I'm going to go into the loop furthest away from me. We're going to go for a single leg kick. So I'm just going to actually leave my arm bungees here on front. All I'm going to do is I'm going to reach back here to my right leg bungee, and I'm going to hook it over my shoulder. And I'm going to hold on to them and create a little bit of resistance. Do the other side, so let's even this up. Okay, let's try some side work here. So I'm just going to turn onto my side first of all, and I'm going to hold on to my arm bungees again, looping them over my fingers, and I'm going to come onto my side. some kneeling exercises as well. And now what we're going to do is go into a little side plank. Different ways to start your plank, we all know that. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hang on to my right bungee because I'm going to be planking on my left side. I'm going to make my left bungee, my left arm bungee, a teeny bit longer, and I'm going to bring them over here and I'm going to pop them in to my right hand, and we'll see why now in a sec. So I'm just slowly going to set my plank position first of all, and as I turn, I've now made an envelope with my arm bungees. I'm going to hold here. And do I want to come back down? And do I want to go back up? Let's try some seated work next. Okay. So, once again, just tying the arm bungee so I can get myself into position. We're going to go rolling like a ball, first of all. Okay. Now, I'm going to get my leg bungees. And I'm going to do a little front cross on them. Coming over the knees, so my right is coming over the two knees, the left is coming over the two knees. I have my arm bungees, and I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to front cross the arm bungees, crossing them over. I'm going to hold the strap furthest away. Now I'm kind of all wrapped up. I've nowhere left to go. I'm going to hold them here. And I'm going to watch just the resistance here for a second and get used to that. I can do a back cross with my arm bungees. So rolling like a ball, which I love. So now I feel like I'm getting hugged in my back. And I'm going to go for the spine stretch. So if I stretch out my legs, once again, those leg bungees are going to unwrap themselves. So I'm going to go for a little spine stretch. I'm going to bring my arm bungees back around the front. I'm going to hold on to the first loop. Bring the second loop over my fingers. I'm going to go for my spine stretch here. I can also do a back cross with the arm bungees for this. Okay, I'm going to go to the back cross, holding the loop furthest away from me, and then a lot more resistance there. Okay, so we're going to finish here with a little mermaid. So, arm bungees, pulling them around me here so I can get my legs all into position. Okay, so I'm going to take this top bungee. Okay, it happens to be my right, no matter if you're on your left or your right side. And I'm going to scoop them here under the bottom leg. So now I have a little hold here. And I'm going to get my arm bungees. Now, I can lengthen out one side, bring it across into that nice little envelope I had before. Okay. There we go. I can do it this way, which is lovely. Or, once again, my own personal favorite is to have the arm bungees back crossed. Okay, so I'm going to always level them up, back across my arm bungee, and just hold them on the second loop furthest away from me. And all of a sudden, I have that little hug in my back, which I really like. I think it helps an awful lot with my posture.